Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder Adventures. It's time to wrap up Burnt Offerings, or, fail and have to try again in the next video. Now, in this particular scenario, the legendary rules are not actually that bad, so by default, items and weapons are harder to acquire. On Heroic and Legendary, all boons are harder to acquire, so it's not really that big of a deal. The main issue is actually that the villain and henchmen are actually kind of tough, and that some of the locations are kind of tough as well. So we'll take a look at those in just a moment. This is one of the more famously difficult villains in the game. What the? Okay, that's some shittlesticks right there. I have not seen this before. If you acquire a blessing or ally, end your turn. Weapon, armor, or ally. Well, this is not that big of a deal because boons are harder to pick up anyways. I guess I'm lucky that I got two things that are both about picking up boons on a scenario where I probably wasn't going to pick up as many boons, but that's obnoxious. So it means you can't actually get blessings or allies and explore with them. Damn! It's tough as hell. Okay, anyway, so let's take a look at our villains and henchmen. So the villain has 2 combat checks, which these days are a little bit on the high side. She also hits everybody at the location, which is a problem. And each blessing that you play is less effective, and since usually the way that you beat villains is by playing blessings against them, it's kind of tough. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, Boris, you had checks of 30 and 50 and stuff in your previous videos. What's the big old deal? Well, the deal is that if you don't scout the villain and bump into her with 2 checks and dealing damage and blessings being bad, it's actually a very likely possibility that you will fail that check. So let's say she bumps into Ezrin or something. If he doesn't have enough combat spells, or if he's forced to discard one thanks to the force damage, suddenly, he can do one of these checks, but the other one he has to do with his d6 strength, and every blessing that he plays, that someone else plays to help him, increases the difficulty by 2, so it can quickly get out of control. So, for that reason, she's very tough, and I would hope more than ever to be able to scout her, though I'm not sure how much longer my luck can hold out. This lady's got big tits and deals some damage too, so it's another incentive to hold on to your armors. This guy's kind of an interesting one. So you have a chance at getting a boon out of the location, although if you just defeated him, that means that you're going to be closing the location anyway, so I guess it can be just like an extra item, but it's not that big of a deal. He's a pretty so there's nothing bad about this. He's just an easy henchman. And then the other ones are these raiders, which are also, I guess, pretty easy. So the henchmen aren't that bad, but the villain is a bit tough. Well, one of the henchmen, the one that deals damage, is pretty bad, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our situation here. We got this annoying location, the Warrens. We have the Goblin Fortress, which is also tricky. And plus places like the deeper dungeons, which just have a lot of monsters that can be tough as well. This is the only place that juts out. And, well, it's kind of a freaking pain, isn't it? Because the only way out of here is through the temple, which is annoying because you don't want to move into the temple. You want to have somebody start at the temple and then close it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so on top of that, if you pick up a blessing, you end your turn. So that means the temple is a legitimately difficult location to get through. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Sela here. And I'm going to have her go to the temple later. Or I can have her start at the temple and then move. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start her at the temple. So the idea is that with her scouting power, she can get through the temple relatively quickly. She should be getting through basically 3 cards per turn. 1 that she explores, 1 for scouting at the beginning, and then 1 for scouting at the end. The only card that does not get flipped to the bottom by her power is the 1 henchman or villain that is in here. So I'm going to do that, and then she'll move to the Desecrated Vault after she's done closing the temple. I'm going to put Ezrin at the Thessalonian Dungeon because that is his favorite place. We're going to put Sione here because she's good at charisma. Harsk, I guess we'll go to the deeper dungeons. I could actually have Sione start at the Warrens in case Augury is in her opening hand. Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. Hopefully the villain isn't in the Warrens, or if the villain is in the Warrens, we can all pile drive the location later. And I guess Amiri will go here where there's some fighting to be done. No, wait a minute. There's actually, these are both pretty equally difficult places. There's more weapons at the garrison, though, and Amiri's more likely to pick them up. So we'll do that. Does Kira really want to go to the Goblin Fortress, though? I guess she's alright at it. Alright, we'll do that. Maybe I would have been better off putting Kira in the temple or in the Desecrated Vault that's next to the temple. That jutting out spot is definitely a problem. Alright, so she has no weapons, which is fine. She might not even find the henchman or villain anytime soon anyways. Too bad I don't get that Blessing of Lamesh too, but it would end my turn if I did get it, so I don't really care about it that much. Dull short sword. Well, alright. Guess I'm rolling for it. And I have to bury something. Do I want to keep this just because it's a weapon? No, I'm going to bury this thing. And we're going to discard the Troubadour to go again. Caltrops are not relevant to my interests. Yeah, we'll go ahead and spend all these blessings to just keep exploring. Okay, this doesn't do me any good, so I'm just going to let it go. Or pick it up, whatever. Do I have to discard a card? I don't think I do, actually. Nope. Alright. I will actually flip a card. Because right now, if I pick this thing up, I can bury the guidance. And then I end my turn, which does suck, but maybe I would have wanted to hang on to the Blessing of Torag anyways. Oh, I don't get to discard! Okay, that's not correct. That's 100% definitely not right by the wording or by the rules. Because part of ending your turn is choosing whether you get to discard cards. That you can read that in the rulebook for the game. So that's definitely not how it works. Anytime it says end your turn, you get to reset your hand, basically, and discard cards. And discarding cards is part of it, so that sucks that I had to hold on to this stupid guidance. At least I did pick up a great club, which was a bit of luck. Alright, you've got Augury, so I guess we're casting it. Hey, look at that. Henchman right up at the tippy top. Well, kind of annoying that I spent Augury when the henchman would have been there anyways. But, I am not going to complain too much. Alright, there's an Orb of Fire. Oh, I would have picked it up. Oh, if only I'd done it the other way around, I would have picked up the orb. And then I could have also gotten the Sage. Damn. Well, I could do some shenanigans. I could actually, if I wanted to, cast Strength on myself, use the Thessalonian Dungeon ability to get the Sage, play the Sage. Wait a minute, I haven't even explored yet, so I can just explore right now. Well, let me think about this. So, if I got the Sage, I could use the Sage to help close the location. Is that worth using Strength on? Kira might need some help. She doesn't have a weapon right now. And she's in a pretty monster-heavy location. Yeah, I'm going to save the Strength. We'll just do it the hard way. Okay, we'll do Force Missile here. These guys are not that hard. I don't need my Glibness Potion here. Whew, that was a little of a bit of a low roll there. Alright. Oh yeah! What am I talking about? I get to get the Sage anyway! Oh, bingo! Thank you, Thessalonian Dungeon. You're the greatest. Do I actually want to pick up this Lightning Touch? I mean, sure, it doesn't make any difference. I'm gonna use the Sage anyhow. Damn, lost the Force Missile. That's a shame. Would have gotten it if I had taken a feat not for hand size. This is a 1d6 to Arcane. This is a 1d6 to non-combat Intelligence or Wisdom. I guess I'll keep the Incanter, because that's a bit more combat-oriented. That was a little bit of a loose roll. Had this d12 rolled a 2, I would have actually failed to check. Alright, well, we're good now. So, yeah, let's just pass the turn. So we close the location on round 1. That's always good. I can recharge an item to draw a card. Well, I don't want to give up Thieves' Tools. There is a barrier in there. Oh yeah, it's Ezrin who has Augury, not Sione. Ah, frigading-ding! Oh, man. Does she have an evasion card? Did she start with invisibility in her hand? I can't remember. I don't think she... I couldn't see the spells. Fuck. Oh, no! Oh, my God. The temple! The temple is here! Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to be done closing. And I don't have invisibility, but I will use the temple. So we're going to get rid of, I guess, a Force Missile. And I guess the Thieves' Tools to flee to the temple. So now one of these 10 cards is Nualia. I regret that she was the very top card. It would have been better if I hadn't explored at all, obviously, or if I had gone a little bit further through it, but at least we now know where the villain is. So once we close a couple of locations, we can, you know, send people to try to pile drive. Where was Sione? She was in the throne room. Great. So we can just kind of go through this place. Now, of course, the Warrens is annoying. Someone's going to have to park their ass at the Warrens to attempt close it. This is far from over with the villain being anywhere in here, but it's fine. I'm thinking I'm in decent shape here. So, okay, checking to make sure Amiri is not with anyone. No point trying to get this, because if I do, my turn ends. Do I spend a blessing to go again? Sure, let's do that. This is actually a pretty good weapon, but I don't think I'm doing well enough here to warrant spending a whole bunch of blessings to pick it up. I will go again. Goblin Dog. 97%. I hope we'll get the job done. Jesus, the D4 saved me there. Well, I would have been able to discard the spike chain. Do I hang on to I'm not going to hang on to Masterwork Tools. It's a little bit of a gamble, but there's no barriers in this location, so I'm just going to get rid of the tools and try to draw through all my cards. Okay, Kira's in this fortress. She doesn't have any weapons. Okay, we'll go. Alright, good. She does have aid, which helps, and she has her naturally good fighting skills, which helps. Hopefully I find a monster here or a barrier with this. There you go. Oh, that is a good one to get rid of, too. Man, that thing is so nice. God, I love that card. Do I push my luck and go again? Well, there's a 50-50 chance I find a monster, either the henchman or a regular monster. Alright, I'm gonna go one more time. The reason is so I can use up this cure. Okay, well, that's fine. He is quite an easy henchman. I'm not gonna get a boon from the deck with him, but that's quite alright. So let's go ahead and pop aid. And yeah, he's so easy that just with my natural skill feats and strength and melee skill, I'm actually doing fine. Let's go ahead and put away this fox. Wait. I'm gonna keep the fox. Let's put away the troubadour. Okay, so now I'm almost guaranteed to succeed. That actually might have made the difference. Wow, that was sort of scary. So yeah, the idea here is that... Oh, wait a minute. I have to... Oh, this is a goblin henchman. I thought this was a wisdom check to close. Ah, shit. Well, do I care that much about picking something up out of here? No, so I'll just take my 1 in 3 chance. No one has a Blessing of Pharasma, do they? I don't think so. Guidance. Okay, we'll do a guidance here to improve my odds from 33 to 50. Nailed it! Oh my god, the guidance actually made the difference. Okay, there's nothing good here. I can get Sheriff Hemlock, I guess. I'm gonna actually draw this, because I can use it... What? Oh, there we go. So I can use it right now when I'm closing the location. Okay, that was some pretty epic guidance there. So now I'll have a little bit of help when I close and attack this Goblin Raider, because I can discard Mr. Hemlock for some assistance. Alright, so I don't need the fox after all. Let's go ahead and recharge that. 97% should be good enough. Ooh, goodness! That's some close calls there. Okay, now I can use this cure. Oh. Ooh, nice. So there's 4 weapons in here. I'm probably not going to get any of them. Dagger +1 I actually will probably... I'm not going to use it because it's a ranged weapon. But I probably will give that to Harsk to replace his regular dagger. I don't think I want him to have two daggers, but 1 will do. Roll with minimum value on the cure, which is whatever. I was kind of hoping to get all the cards back. There were only 3 in there, but that's life. Lost the cure. I still have another cure. I'm not going to discard blessings to get weapons, and I draw my weapons. Okay, so I'm doing pretty well. There's a Goblin Warrior. Not bad. Oh, if only I had the Bird Cruncher crown, am I right? Oh, wow. Minimum damage. Great. Well, fuck. So I kind of wasted a turn there. It's not the end of the world. And I lost an armor. Collapsed. Ugh. I hate this thing so much. At least Harsk can at least do it because he's got the Fortitude skill. But it'd be nice if he could pick up some Thieves' Tools. Well, anywhoodle. Let's keep on going through here. Eloquence is whatever. And okay, the henchman is clearly buried down there. Now, do I let this go? Or do I pick it up and end my turn? I'm gonna let this go. I mean, I could still get it if I roll high, which I did. Okay, so my turn ends. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's weapon, armor, or ally. So I didn't have to bury a card there, but my turn just ended. Okay, cool. Ezrin's up. So I've closed 2 locations. I'm now at the point where I could theoretically, you know, close or get the villain. Ezrin can discard a card and go to the temple, or he can go the other way. This way is not that great, though. He's got a D4 for Fortitude. This kind of sucks. I don't have Stride. I guess I have to go to the temple. It kind of blows, but Man, this really sucks, because if I go to the temple, then the garrison is kind of the other place. You know what? I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to waste a turn passing through the warrens, I suppose. We have a collapsed ceiling here, which I can't deal with. Oh my god. So I have two options. I can either use the Coal of Uncanny Discernment to, can I use this with a stealth check by any chance? No, acrobatics. Damn it. Because invisibility lets you beat a stealth check. But I could do the coal and attack the card under it, or I can go to the Warrens and use the coal there and then get through a card of the Warrens. But am I really going to want to explore the Warrens? Well, if it's got a henchman on top, then maybe. No, I'll just temp close the Warrens. Let's use this thing, see what's under the ceiling. It's a satyr. Oh my god. Oh Christ. I can't do this. This is Dexterity Acrobatics 9, and it's not a combat check, so I can't use the orb or anything. I guess I could evade it, but yeah, whatever. That just happened. That was good. That was a good turn. We're losing a lot of turns here because of the map. That is a fact. I don't see the point of using a spyglass here. But there is a value to using the spyglass at the garrison. You don't want to double up fighting at the garrison. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to spyglass to make sure it's not a monster. Okay, perfect. It's just a bunch of junk. Okay, well, we'll leave it the way it is. Oh, it's harder because of the scenario, so she can't pick this up. Well, she didn't get it anyway. I'm going to just use a blessing, whatever. Just use a blessing to get through the other card as well, because I don't care about him. But I'm going to stop here because I don't want to have Amiri fight an extra monster. That seems pointless. Man, then Amiri, though, can't... Oh, Amiri also has a spyglass. Okay, then. Amiri will use her spyglass. And then we're going to rearrange things so that the wooden shield is there. We can get through that. And then after Sione leaves, we'll go ahead and take care of things. So I'm actually going to... Let's see. Yeah, let's go here. I'm going to kind of nudge Sione along. I'm going to flip over here. And I'm going to pull Sione to me so Sione can go back to where she was. That was... Well, wait a minute. Hold on. That's where the villain is. Ah, shit. I'm an idiot. Well, yeah. She'll just start exploring it. Surely the villain won't be right up on top again, right? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, will it? So, yeah. That'll be fine. Where the hell's Kira? Kira... This is so awkward. Maybe I can have Kira go explore here. Then Amiri can't on her turn. But the idea is that... No, there's no point going over here. Should I really start pile driving this location? Okay, if I do encounter the villain, I'll have to discard 2 cards, but I need to make it through 10 cards of this deck at some point. Okay, Holy Candle. Kira's one of the few people who actually could get this. I need to roll an 11. And... there's nothing that helps, unfortunately, beyond just a regular old blessing. So I'm going to let this go. I'll let this go. It's fine. I'm not going to explore again just yet. Well, it'd be nice. I'm going to explore one more time. Hopefully this isn't the villain. It's a traitor. Alright, discard a random ally. I don't have any allies, so suck on that, dog man. 90% with a reroll and a weapon in my hand. I'm fine with. I'm going to save Harsk's cards. Okay, so this actually worked out pretty well. Let's go ahead and cast Cure. Get all my cards back. Waste a bit of healing, but I'm getting it out of my hand. And I also have a decent chance of recharging it. Nope. Okay. Well, I healed my other one, so this one going into my discard is fine. And I'll stop there, so I'm not going to push my luck quite so much. Harsk has a collapsed ceiling to deal with. Can he go anywhere else to be productive? No. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's go for the Constitution Blessing. 3d10s to hit a 9. Perfect. And should I stop there? Well, there's a satyr here. Sure, let's explore it. Let's find the satyr. Let's take care of it. So now, he does have dexterity. Somebody had a dexterity blessing, didn't they? Didn't they? Didn't they? No, they didn't. Okay, well, this is a rechargeable blessing, so I guess we'll do that. 76% is not quite what I might have hoped, so I guess Harsk will spend a blessing to push this over the edge. Oh my god, that was way too close. Glad I spent that blessing. I have 3 damn weapons, but I can at least shoot the crossbows to help other people. Goblin, okay, so... The henchmen are mostly hiding out near the bottom. There's that thieves' tools. Gone now. What's happening here? Okay, so let's scout. Alrighty. the henchman was hiding in the very back of the temple. Nope, not quite the very back, but close to the back. If I roll and fail, how annoying is it? Pretty annoying, because there's actually a decent number of cards there, so I better Harsk and you shall receive here. Get that guarantee success. And close the temple. So now, Seela's path is clear. She's going to go back to that desecrated vault to act as a temp closer. But what is everyone else doing? Well, Ezrin, he's just nowhere good at. He definitely can't close this place, but he can take out the warrior. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good thing for him to do. Sure, let's take out the warrior. Oh my god, I almost didn't have a combat spell there. Oh no, I have acid arrow as well. I'm just blind. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's see what he's got here. Force missile. Not that it really matters, but sure. Okay. So now I really have to think about this. What I really want to have happen is I want to have somebody go sit on top of the Warrens. That's what I need to have happen, so that whoever's pile driving the throne room can actually find and kill the villain. But the problem is Ezrin is not good at either the Warrens or at the deeper dungeons because both of his dexterity and his constitution are D4s. He used to have a D6 dexterity, but the alternative version of him is not so good at that. Well, one thing I could do is I could have Sione head over this way. The problem is I'm not that confident about Kira being able to complete 2 combat checks against Nualia, with blessings being what they are. I'd much rather have Amiri be the one doing it. So, let me plan this out. What if Sione went to the Warrens? Although, what is Ezrin doing? Ezrin, I don't mind him fighting the villain. Yeah, that's fine. So, Ezrin should make his way over. Do either of them have stride? They both have the spell, but neither of them has drawn it. Damn it. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do then with my sorceress. She could go here. She's fine at temp closing it. There's a bunyip there. I could have Amiri go here, explore once, end her turn, go to the Warrens, pull Ezrin over, and then on Ezrin's turn, Ezrin can walk over here. So now Amiri is sitting at the Warrens. She has a D6 for dexterity, which isn't great, but it's fine because it's only a 6 check, a check of 6. Maybe that's the best plan. So in that case, Sione, I suppose, will go to the garrison and try to finish it off. Okay, so we'll encounter this thing. We'll fail the wisdom check. We'll shoot it with a force missile. I think this should be good enough. 97%. Seems fine. Oh my god. I got a little greedy. And for that reason, the garrison's not done yet. Alright, I'm going to bury Poog, because I do kind of need some healing for my sorceress here. Of course, minimum is exactly what I was hoping for. And should I explore again? I don't know. I mean, she can temp close it. It's not that important that she actually close it. There's stride, but she can't cast it till her next turn, unfortunately. So now, if Amiri finds the villain on this exploration, it's annoying because the villain's going to dive into the Warrens. Motherfucker. Oh, God. So, I can't run to the temple. We're going to just have to kill this villain. Oh my god, this place isn't even closed off yet. Oh, Christ. If she goes to the temple, it's just so awkward. I'm trying to remember the map, what the map looks like. She can move one space, then she's not making it over to the Warrens yet. Fuck it. No, I think it's better to go to the temple. I'm gonna evade. This might be the wrong decision, but it's the decision I'm gonna make. God damn it, that overeager villain. It's just ruining my life. Alright, I guess Kira will explore. Not find the villain, mercifully. So we're still making some progress. I'm not gonna explore again. I think that would be pushing my luck a bit. So we'll end the turn. Harsk is just gonna explore here. This is very irritating because he doesn't have any of his magic weapons here. Doesn't have the undead crossbow. I don't even want to spend any blessings on this. Just take your 74% chance. Doesn't make much of a difference. So the ghost is not defeated. And now I think I'm gonna... Well, I don't want to explore again because maybe I find that thing again. But then again, I do need to make some more progress at this place. God darn it. I don't know. Alright, so there is the ghost. Well, I'm glad I didn't waste a blessing. So there's that at least. Ah, there's the Deathbane crossbow, so that's cool. Alright, Sela will heal herself. Then she's going to go hold the fort down at the Desecrated Vault. Is there any point in exploring? I'm not even sure she'll be able to get back out if she does close this place. That's not a bad spell, actually. I don't think I'm going to keep it, but I'll take a flip for it. Almost a coin flip here. Oh, and it made the difference. Okay, so I pick it up. Does my turn end? No, it does not end. Okay, I'll just bury it. She does... That does mean it gets banished. But I might get a good ally, and I might get someone I can explore with, or I might get neither one. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll keep the Acolyte to help close the location. Looks like Sela's going to be a temp closer at this spot. Oh, fuck you, Scout. God, Jesus. Okay, so that's that. And Ezrin, I guess, can fight the ghost. But you know what I'm going to do? Fuck this. I'm just going to go over here. Yes, he sucks at this, but... You know, it's only a check of 6. Throw a couple of blessings at him, he'll be fine. I don't want to explore because I don't want to put monsters on top of locations. Although there's 4 locations, only one of which I really care if a monster goes on top of. So yeah, I'm going to explore. Maybe I'll find the henchman. Or an enchanter. Oh, that's just the worst possible thing. Please not at least on this place. Okay, so it went to Sela's location, which is whatever. Alright, I'll encounter this thing. I gotta discard something. Oh, I should have really invisibility evaded, shouldn't I? Well, I guess I'll get rid of the invisibility then. And force missile, 94% fine. And then for my other discard, I'll use the Amulet of Life. The heck? Am I missing my opportunity to do that? I guess I am. Oh, nope, there it is. And it didn't even matter anyways. Okay. Alright, so Ezrin's making it most of the way through his deck. He might be able to even find his augury soon. Well, now that there's one monster taken out, I might as well go again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Well, I don't have any wisdom blessings. I don't want to use a dexterity blessing because his dexterity sucks. I actually would like to still do wisdom. I think that's better. 85%. Sure, let's go for it. When you're behind, take risks. Great. Oh, 2d4 combat damage. Lovely. Alright, so Ezrin is out of cards. He has no more cards left. In fact, he almost just died here. I wish I had cast Strength first, and I would have had a chance to recharge it. That really was just absolutely a disaster. Just a disaster of epic proportions. Is there any point for her to explore this place? Let me think about this. So she has one more turn left. I guess, honestly, it's better for her to just go here, and then on her last turn, she can help Kira pile drive that place. She also has Stride that she could use. That's interesting. Is there anything I can do with that? Nothing at this point, really. Everyone's kind of already where they are. I could, I guess, stride her into here and then move over there and then have Ezrin come in so it's her at the Warrens instead of Ezrin. Okay, we'll do that. So let's do that. Stride here. Okay. So I guess we'll recharge the Stride. And now Amiri's up. I guess she has to go here. The question is there any point to exploring? There's a 1 in 4 chance she closes it now, which I don't really know how that matters, as opposed to just closing it later. So, well, she does get one more turn. We'll explore. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's good. Well, got the one that deals damage. Hopefully it doesn't roll maximum. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 So I'm going to discard 3 cards. Amiri's almost dead now. Luckily, this shouldn't be too hard. Although the problem is I'm going to have to recharge away the spiked chain when I fight the banded henchman, so I'm going to be bare-fisting the henchman. That maximum damage roll was really, really annoying. Okay, so we recharge this. Now we're bare-fisting this asshole. What's happening here? 79%. Anybody got a Blessing of Torag? Because it is rechargeable at the moment. 98. Okay. So we closed it. And Amiri, I guess we'll get one more turn. Oh, Star Knife. Oh. Amiri will get one more turn. So she actually does get some use out of her ability. She's not going to pull anybody over here, obviously. But she can make one final push into the villain's location. Alright, so Kira can explore. In theory, we can win if she finds the villain. So, let's do it. It's a giant hermit crab. Okay. Well, this should be a pretty easy thing to kill. Oh, I have to re-roll. Oh, right, it's the frickin'... Okay, whatever. Yeah. And should I cure Sione? I should, actually, shouldn't I? Sione's down to just 3 cards. Although Ezrin's down to 0 cards, and Ezrin is coming in here. So I think, actually, it's probably safer to save the cure for Ezrin. I want to hang on to the chainmail because I need it against the villain. But what I don't need is this battle axe +1. That's what I don't need. Okay, so everything else is fine. Well, there's that goblin thing. That's nice for an extra explore. Ghost. Okay, Ghost is fine. Because now, unlike last time, I've got my Deathbane light crossbow. Would have been hilarious if I had failed to check. That would have been funny, wouldn't it? Alright, I don't need to explore again, though, because... I mean, I guess if I find the henchman, the current blessing is a constitution blessing, which is better, but I'd rather just save the blessings for helping people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard my Thieves' Tool since I'm not going to be exploring anymore. I'll keep the crossbow because I can use it to help in combat. Try to get some... Oh, God, that was not helpful at all. Alright, cool. So she's got a scout and a monster there. I guess I should take a look at what it is, just for laughs. Oh, okay, it's a bugbear. Well, I don't want to fight a bugbear. So for her, I'm going to just discard the weapon and the chainmail. I'll keep the acolyte because it helps her close the location. Get a blessing there, that's fine. Now, Ezrin... Well, the only problem with walking over here is if he finds the villain, then the warrens are again open. Oh, wait, I have augury. Okay, so let's augury. See if we can find the villain that way. Oh, and I have stride. Okay, this is perfect. So we're going to stride Sione over to the warrens. And... Okay, I need to recharge this, or I will... Well, I don't die till the end of my turn. I am at the location with the cleric who can heal me, so even if I had failed that check, I would have been fine. Let's go ahead and do this before I forget. I'm glad that Cure can be cast outside of your turn. Of course, all cards that don't specifically mention your turn can be used outside of your turn, but sometimes in this game you just can't really do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Force Missile, fine. I'll take it. Now, do I augury first and then explore, or do I explore first and then augury? Normally you want to scout first, but the question you have to ask yourself here is what happens if the villain's on top? Am I ready for the fight right now? And the answer is yes, I am ready, because Seela's got this on lockdown. Harsk can do this. Sione's okay here. How many blessings do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got a lot of blessings. So I think that I'm fine with finding the villain. So what I'm going to do then is I am going to explore... I am so annoyed. Wait, no. I cast stride before exploring, and that means my turn's over, and I missed my exploration. Well, I guess that answers that. So I got a 50-50 chance of finding the villain. Now, of course, the fucking villain's nowhere to be found, but at least it's still good because there were 3 junk cards there that now get shuffled away, so now there's a chance that the villain is going to be, you know, closer to the top. Will I ever get augury back? No, in fact, this is everybody's last turn. There's only 4 blessings left. Uh-oh. Okay. That means I gotta get a move on. I really gotta get a move on here, yeah? Right? Kira, can you handle a fight? Yeah, you can handle a fight. Okay, so we're gonna get a move on here. We're gonna... should I actually do this? Maybe I get augury, but no, I can't get augury back. What am I talking about? Well, Acid Arrow is better than the other spells I have, so we'll do a Sage to explore with. This is actually a nice pickup. I have a 1 in 12 chance of failing. Unbelievable! Oh my god, if I had picked it up, I would have gotten an extra explore because it was a spell. All right, as it is, we're gonna have to do that. Short bow. Okay, so the villain was just like all too happy to be near the top at the beginning, but then once I wanted her to come out and play, she was like, oh, I'm done playing. Okay, so, yeah. That was Ezrin's last turn. There's no point for her to explore. So all she needs to do is get those blessings. Nothing else matters for her. The Troubadour is obviously helpful. One of them is, anyway, for helping to close the location. Her hand size is 7, right? Okay, so let's draw the rest of her deck. Amiri's up. Amiri... Oh, hey, she actually does help. Right, that's right. She made it over here, so she can help punch through a card or two. There she is. Okay, that's actually pretty good, because Amiri has armor, and Amiri could potentially take her down by herself. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to start with Sela. I think she has the easiest job. She can use this useless acolyte, and she can flip a card and close that place, unless I rolled 3 1s. Then Harsk should be all right. Anybody got a Constitution blessing for me? Nope. Nope, that's a dexterity. Nope, okay. So he's gonna have to use regular blessings. Well, he'll use 1. She has a lot of blessings. Okay, so she'll use 1, and then we should be fine. Okay, now she can use the dexterity blessing on herself. Actually, this was much easier than Harsk's job. Yeah. Because she had that blessing and she had the Troubadour. Okay, so now we're done closing. The villain's trapped. I'm obviously going to encounter her, and she's going to deal some damage. Now, Amiri's got the armor to block all the damage. I didn't even need the armor. I could have just, because she rolled low. Kira's got this to block damage, which is pretty good, because she might have ended up losing some blessings or something. Luckily, didn't matter, but it's nice to have that as insurance. Ezrin's going to get dicked. Oh no, nice little minimum roll here. How very, very nice indeed. Well, let's get rid of some Thieves' Tools. And think about who we want to do the checks. I think actually we're just totally fine here. I'm going to have Amiri do one, because she should be able to do one all by herself. Let's go ahead and discard the Bastard Sword. Rage with the Spear. And recharge the Tiger. Notice I didn't use any blessings here, so there's no penalty on the check. So that's the first check. And now the second check, we're going to pass over to Ezrin. So he'll do an Acid Arrow, because that's his best one. And now Harsk's going to get to work. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, this actually works for Intelligence and Wisdom combat checks. Nice. We're going to bury this for 2d12s. The top blessing is Elemish 2, which means Blessings of the Gods can be buried to add 2 dice to a check to defeat a monster. Actually, I don't need to bury it. I can just use this because it is a spell. And there we go. That's everything. Yes. Babamo. Ooh, 80. That's a new high for this series. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. And if you did or if you didn't, we'll be back soon for Adventure Deck 2. Now, if you want to stick around and see me dither on the victory screen and build my decks and stuff, that's what's coming up next. I don't even remember. What is the reward? Oh, yeah, there's some loot. So this is the reward for beating it on Legendary. Now, we get some loot, and in the digital version, everybody who's not getting a loot card gets some other card that the game deems is good, which I will actually use the Breastplate. I will definitely use the Frost Ray. That's better than any of my combat spells. This, of course, is a keeper. Our old friend, the Sahedron Medallion. Bastard Sword +1 is definitely a keeper. Dog Slicer. Fucking Dog Slicer. I'll get rid of that Dog Slicer. That one's not a keeper. And the Blessing Elemish 2 is fine. Now, of course, the really exciting thing is for finishing the scenario, we get a card feat. Let's go ahead and do some easy ones and some hard ones. Sela, I'm going to give her a weapon to maximize her odds of getting a weapon, with weapon not being her favorite card type. Harsk is... I don't know why I thought he'd be one of the easy ones. Okay, Ezrin is one of the easy ones, because you really only have 3 choices: spell, item, or ally for extra. So you can get the ally for extra explores, items, you can hang on more items, and of course spells are always awesome. I honestly haven't really felt that much of a pressure for holding on to spells. The thing about that, though, is that, like, we're not getting another card until the end of the next adventure, so it's another 5 scenarios. So I'm going to take a spell, even though it's probably not as strong as getting another item or ally. Just in case I do find some good spells, I can start using them right away. Plus, spells are fun. For Sione, it's pretty easy, definitely a spell, because she wants as many spells as possible. Amiri, what do you want? Probably not another weapon. You've got enough of those. I mean, I'll get some later, but for now, you're probably fine. Maybe an extra ally for some more explorers, or an extra item to hold on to some of the party's item. Let's grab another item. Items are an item or a card slot where I typically have a lot of trouble having enough in the party to hold on to all the ones that I want. And for Kira, I'm going to do a weapon because she doesn't have weapon as her favorite card type, and she definitely relies on weapons to fight things. Okay, so back to Harsk. What do I really want from this guy? I guess another item as well. So this time I didn't take any allies or blessings for anybody, so my party's a little bit low on extra explorations compared to a party that had taken ally or blessing slots, but I feel like it hasn't been that big of a trouble finishing on time, and hopefully I can muddle my way through the next 5 scenarios and see how much of an issue time is, and then get some allies and blessings later. Okay, so Sela obviously is not going to keep guidance, and now she's got 2 of these elven breastplates, which is great. Actually, why don't we give one to Kira? Spread the love around a little bit. Acolyte, God, Acolyte. Let's get rid of these. Honestly, I almost like Blessing of the Gods more than some of the special blessings, because with all the treasure cards, it really dilutes the types of blessings that are in the pool, so having the special ones, you're not as likely to get a recharge. So how good is non-combat strength? I guess it's fine to have 1 in the party. I'll keep it. She... I guess we'll just replace the Amulet of Life. And I can stash the Amulet of Life, so if I want somebody to take it later, I can. Now here I can either take Strength, or I can take Guidance and just play it and have it get banished and take it a replacement. But let's not dick around with that. We'll just take the Strength, even though I'd rather take some other stuff. We'll replace the Bastard Sword with the Bastard Sword +1. And here's kind of an annoying spot. Nothing super great to fill, but we'll take a second Thieves' Tools. She does not want the Sheriff. She definitely doesn't want the Dagger or the Dog Slicer, so she'll... bugger. She doesn't have weapon proficiency. This requires weapon proficiency. Anybody got a weapon here? A dull short... Oh, God, a dull short sword. My lord. Okay, well... That's what I take for taking weapon feats. I guess we're stuck with this Dog Slicer for now. It doesn't require proficiency. Well, Amiri has a long spear, but then if she gives it up, she has to take the dog. Yeah, it's whatever. And now Harsk, let's take the Dagger +1. And yeah, I'll take a Amulet of Life for a little bit more protection. And we'll pop out a Blessing of the Gods. Let's do View All. Make sure I'm not missing anything I would regret. Nope. Okay. So we're getting rid of Guidance. Dagger, these blessings, of course, this chainmail, that guy. Yeah, pretty happy about that. Okay, thanks guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.